RealtyTech marketing show for online marketing for real estate agents. I'm Richard Uzelak.
I'm Lance Grove.
And today we're going to start a 10-part series for beginning agents on what they can do online to improve their marketing.
And today we're going to be going over what the basics of SEO is. And SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. And the essentially what that is when you type in searches on search engines, the websites that show up
are hysterically funny usually. No, but for it, like Lance is talking about, if one of your potential clients is looking for property in your marketplace, let's say you're a South Beach, Miami condo salesperson, they might know your name is Stu Cash, but searching for you by name, obviously you're going to show up, your website's going to show up. But if they search for South Beach condos, you're probably not going to show up. So what this series is about is how to make you show up on search engines for those specific kinds of keywords in your local market.
Yeah, so some of the more important
I need some coffee to wake up here.
Me too. Let me have some. Some of the more important aspects of search engine optimization are going to be both on your website and off of your website. So there's two different aspects that we call on-page optimization and off-page optimization. So most of what you're going to be starting on with your website is going to be the on-page optimization, where you're going to be going over things like putting in titles into your web pages. You're going to be adding unique, very important that it's unique content throughout the website, and you're going to want these things to hit on places that you're interested in marketing. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the areas that's important to do. So the localization for real estate agents is going to be some of the most important aspects of real estate. So you want to go into some of what's important and why localization is really important?
Yeah, sure. There's appreciate you bringing me in on this, Lance.
You're welcome.
So we've been doing marketing since basically 2002 for real estate agents. We've had several thousand clients. So I just want to give you a little backstory on us. We kind of know what we're talking about here. Things change in the marketing world with Google all the time. We're both certified Google partners for online advertising also. So that gives you a little background of what we feel we know. But basically what Lance is saying is, local marketing works. If you realize there's about 2 million real estate agents in the country, if you go get a website, you get a template somewhere, you got your IDX and your name is, what did I use before? Something Cash? Zach Cash? Zach Cash, real estate agent. So you put your website together, guess what? It's not going to show up on search engines unless someone actually searches for your name. That's the cold hard fact. You've got 2 million competitors out there, and you also have some really large corporations like Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Redfin, and all the big brokers, Century 21. These companies are spending millions of dollars on marketing, so they're pretty much going to take over page one. So how do you compete? That's what we're trying to get across to you today as a beginner in real estate, or even a seasoned veteran that's not been spending a lot of time with online marketing. How do you win? So number one, like Lance alludes to, is unique content. If you sell real estate in Laguna Niguel in Florida, in California, Laguna Niguel in California. I don't know, it sounds like a Florida name. But that's in California. So if you sell in that marketplace and your website has no reference to Laguna Niguel, you're never going to show up for that area. Right. And so you want to add to that?
Yeah. So realistically, it comes back down to very similar when you start your real estate career. Your broker's going to tell you to pick a farm, and they're going to want you to either go door knocking or cold calling or sending out flyers to those particular areas. That you need to be specific and consistent with the people that you're trying to get in front of. With search engines, it's the same way. You want to start as small as realistically you possibly can. So, this varies.
And by small, he means geo-targeted area, like pick one city or even...
Yeah, even smaller than that. So it's going to vary depending on where you are. So sometimes, the cities that you're working out might have gated communities, and you could target particular gated communities. Sometimes they're going to have, boat properties, so on lakes or on off the ocean, beach homes, things like that. All these different areas that you can break down, and then from there you can kind of continue to grow and grow larger and larger to where you are going after whole cities and trying to rank for that. But success really starts with the smaller you can go.
Yeah, and we have untold clients that hundreds of them that have come to us, and we ask them, what areas do you work in? And they'll say, I work all of South Florida, or I work all of Chicago. And I don't know, Chicago has like 19 neighborhoods or something, but they're always wanting to bite off more than they can chew and bite off more than they can win. And the idea is for you to win. The idea is you to show up on the search engines correctly. So you need to back down your target aim and pick. I always suggest to people, if you can find a neighborhood that has a powerful name like Meadowview, Thousand Oaks, California, and Meadowview has around 5,000 homes, or at least a couple thousand homes, and you like that area to sell, then you should write an article about Meadowview, Thousand Oaks, California. And you should also add the listings that are currently active in that area and the sold listings for that area on that page. And that's going to help you create keywords and meta tags for your website for that particular audience. So when someone goes and searches on Google and they know about Meadowview, you actually could show up really well actually on the first page for Meadowview, because Zillow doesn't know what that neighborhood is. They don't know the inside information that you have. So it's a great opportunity for you to be the local expert for a particular market. And that's how you start winning. And then once you get there with that particular market, add another neighborhood, add another small town that's underutilized as far as marketing is concerned.
Yeah, it's really, our I think one of our biggest advice to real estate agents is also to try and pace yourself. It's not only do you still have work to do where you're going to need to go out and sell homes, which is, hopefully going to occupy the most of your time. But in addition to that, Google likes to see the website continually and gradually growing. So start with an area or two that you can, start with and build upon that. It doesn't have to be a website's never done. So start on it today. Spend a little bit of time, every week, every other week, adding more information to those particular pages where you're adding content. Maybe even your thoughts of the neighborhood, things like that. All those can, add unique content with particular keywords, which are important to those pages.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. With our long history with lots of agents, we noticed that the ones that truly win online, and especially those with not a real large budget online, if they can focus on their farm area, on particular neighborhoods, again, small cities, and write unique content about it. When people are searching online on Bing, on Yahoo, on Google, and other subordinate search engines that are out there, your website is going to show up for unique keywords. And as time goes on, and it does take time for SEO, internet marketing, it doesn't happen overnight. Like my guitar teacher once said to me, if it were easy rich, it wouldn't be cool, right? So it's not easy to do SEO, but we're going to try to help you through in the other 9 parts of this series on how to be a local agent, how to take control of your local market, and beat your competition, including the big companies like Realtor.com and Zillow. So is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, I think there's an important point to make here. A lot of what I read online, especially about real estate SEO, is does it even work today? And it really does. If you know what you're doing, and again you start small and continue to grow it, there are people out there that are making a lot of money with search engine optimization for real estate. So it's definitely something that's worth your time. It's going to take time to build and grow. It's not something that you're going to get instant gratification for by any means. But in the long game, this is one of the best things that you can do for your business, to be honest.
Yeah, and the payoff is you become the local expert for a particular neighborhood or a small town or an area, a zip code. Like Lance mentioned, we're in California, there's a lot of gated communities out here. If people search online and they see that, you're getting back to Meadowview, or what was called that particular neighborhood, if it's a gated community, and there's over 500 homes in there, or at least 100 homes even, and that every 5 years people move on average. And so if there's 100 homes, 5 years, that's 20 moves per year in that particular area. So, and also if you're willing to commit and your website is branded on the homepage about Meadowview and maybe a few other communities as you add them on, people are going to believe in you when you go out to get a listing and they look at your website and they're in Meadowview and they see that your website is all about Meadowview. They're going to believe in you more. They're going to know that you know the marketplace, you know the value of their property, and it's going to help you get listings. Yeah. So over time, it's going to make a big difference for you. So the old shotgun effect of getting a website and showing up on search engines for all of Southern Florida or Southern California or Chicago, those days are gone. Yeah. And just showing up at all is a fight. And we're going to try to give you the tools to fight this battle. The payoffs are very rich because you're going to have an ongoing presence for your particular market areas. People are going to call you. They're going to contact your website, fill out forms. We're going to tell you how to create live, active IDX search, real estate search pages just for your particular neighborhoods and how that really helps you in our next part. Hope you enjoyed this show.
Yeah.
And I'm Richard Uzelak.
I'm Lance Grove.
And that's Lulu, the golden retriever, sitting there sleeping, totally unimpressed. But hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you later. Bye.
See you on the next episode.
So what do you think?
What?
I think we're awesome. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay.